Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. I'm out here on a beautiful 45-degree Saturday afternoon. It is February 12th, 2022, and range is gorgeous. So, what am I out here with today? Well, my Smith & Wesson Model 34 kit gun in 22 long rifle. I'm finally getting out here to put some rounds down range now that I fixed the sight on it, the rear sight. So, I'm not going to talk too much today. I'm just going to put some rounds in it and shoot. And what I'm shooting today is the Winchester Super X. This is a 40 grain, 1280 feet per second PowerPoint copper plated round. This is similar to the Super X bulk pack, but in my experience, the ones that come in these 100 round packs are much better quality than what you get in those big bulk packs. So the rounds, they're not as beat up. They don't have, loose bullets in them and things like that. And these ones typically tend to work pretty good. So I'm going to put some rounds through this little 34 kit gun, and we'll see how she does. I did take some shots with it a few weeks ago without the rear sight on it, so it was kind of guessing, and it still shot pretty well. But let's take some shots with the Model 34-1 kit gun in 22 long rifle. I will say, I've put, 20 rounds through this already today before I shot this video. And the chambers on this thing are getting pretty dirty. I mean, even with only 20 or so rounds through it, the chambers are pretty dirty, but it's 22, so what do you expect? And I will say, this has the best double action trigger out of any 22 revolver I have ever shot. I have LCRs, I have the 617, I have SP101 in 22 long rifle. This has the best double action trigger I've ever felt on a 22 revolver. So let's see how I can do with the sights here. I'm going to try to get a little bit closer to the camera here, so you can see this thing firing. Oh, I'm still out here with the Smith & Wesson Model 34-1 kit gun. This is one I did a video about right around Christmas time. I had been looking for this gun for a couple of years. I had seen a couple of them pop up for sale, different shops locally, and I was always either a day late or many dollars short. This one showed up, and while it was quite a bit more than I really wanted to spend, if you go back and watch my original video, with the exception of it missing the rear sight assembly, this gun was unfired. I can tell you it was unfired, because since I've shot it, I have not been able to get it as clean as it was when I first bought the thing. It was still in the original factory wax paper, in the original box with the original toolkit that had never been opened, had all the original NRA paperwork in it, the original owner's manual. I am certain that this gun was purchased and put in a drawer and never fired. Maybe when they first got it, the rear sight assembly broke, or somebody banged it and it broke off, or it was messed up. That's why they took it off and they never shot it. I paid $700 for this gun right around Christmas time. It was a lot more money than I expected to pay for one of these, because going back a couple of years ago, you could get these for $500 to $550, and back then that was a lot of money. But now, the pandemic happening and everything, there was a false shortage. There was a run on guns for quite a while, because with everything that was happening, a lot of new gun owners went out there and bought new firearms. So these were not easy to find for quite a while. I had been keeping my eye open on Gun Broker for a deal, and there were a couple that went for around $450, but they were always really rusty, really beat up. And then I have to pay $30 to $50 shipping, and then another $40 to transfer it to myself through an FFL. So it never really seemed feasible to me. This one, I jumped on it when I had the chance. It's in such nice condition. I had no problem paying what the asking price was. But now you're getting tired of me talking, so let's shut up and shoot. And right now I'm shooting Remington Golden bullets through it. I know a lot of people hate those rounds, but I've actually had really good luck with them lately, and they're inexpensive and they're readily available, so I'm gonna shoot them. So I've only put about maybe 60 rounds through this so far, 10 cylinders worth of ammo. And the cylinder is already starting to get dirty to the point that it doesn't want to spin freely in the frame. So I think the cylinder gap between the forcing cone and the cylinder on this gun is extremely tight. I can actually see a little tiny wear mark on the end of the barrel where the forcing cone is from the cylinder rotating and dragging on it. So this is definitely a gun I'm gonna have to keep very clean. It's probably not gonna be a range toy that I put hundreds of rounds through every time I come out unless I clean it regularly, but it's a great gun. I'm still so happy I got it. I'm just gonna shoot some more. So this video is starting to get a little bit long, and I know just sitting here watching me reload and shoot is kind of boring, but I love this pistol. I am so glad that I got it. This is an older pistol. I think this one was dated back to 1969 when I looked it up. And the sights that are on these, that front ramp sight is really, really tall. What I've noticed with these particular pistols and an old model 36, the front ramp sight on these, the way the target sights are on the rear, when you line your sight picture up, only the very top portion, the very top little bit of this front sight should be in the notch on the rear sight. So basically when you're lining it up, if this was your rear sight, you basically want that front sight to be the top of the front sight right aligned with the ears on the rear sight. That's how all the old J-frames are, at least in my experience. Every one that I've ever shot. They have a really tall front ramp sight, but you have to set the top of that ramp sight even with the top of the rear notch in order to get a good sight picture. I have a model 637, and the 637, it's a newer J-frame. It has a shorter front sight, and that one you actually have to have almost the entire front sight sticking out of the rear U-notch to get a good sight picture to hit your target. So this being an older one, in order to hit what I'm aiming at, I have to drop the nose of it a little bit more than I'm comfortable doing to get the top of that front sight even with the top of the U-notch on this thing, and then I can hit my target even at 10 yards that I'm shooting at here. And those last few rounds I took was, again, this Winchester Super X. I've had really good luck with this particular one in these 100-round slip cases. It's not crap like the stuff you get in the bulk packs. And the difference that you can tell, these ones, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the head stamp on these actually has the letter W, the Winchester script W, stamped in the head stamp on these. These ones have much better reliability, much better accuracy, no duds, no loose rounds compared to those Winchester white box 222 round, 333 round boxes that I get, that I've had tons of issues with my LCP2. These run perfectly fine in my LCP2. They're clean burning, they work great in my revolvers, so just take it for what it's worth. I'm gonna put another cylinder through this thing, and then I'm gonna end this video because it's getting a little bit long. But I really appreciate all of you coming out here and watching me do my shooting. I do this for fun. I don't do it to make lots of money. I barely make anything from my YouTube videos, and honestly, if I lost my monetization, I would still put content out there because I enjoy doing it. I'm just gonna shoot some more. Let's put some more rounds through it. So that's going to do it for this edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. I'm out here with the Smith & Wesson Model 34-1 22 long rifle, vintage J-frame, and it's called the Kit Gun. So I just wanted to take some shots with it. This is the first time I've shot it with the rear sight on it. Seems to be very accurate. At 10 yards, I was able to hit about a 3-inch circle a few times, but still getting used to it. Like I said a little while ago, every gun has a slightly different front sight, especially revolvers. Different variations have different sights on them. So just trying to get used to it. Thanks for coming along with me. I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see. Thanks for watching Cranky Gun Reviews. God bless America. Make sure you support your two-way rights. Get out there and shoot. And you remember, if somebody tells you to give up some of your freedom for the greater good, freedom is the greater good. Have a great day. God bless.